Chapter 0, heading to the school trip. Heading? That's like a boat. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in. It was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect would be fun. So I was feeling rather excited, but I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ugh, how boring. Who's talking? Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. Do you like ships? You like ships, right? Ships? Oh, that's right, that's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now. Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile, but under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komaeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that. Yep, I am definitely lucky. Lucky? Oh, so that's your talent then? What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. P- possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak too, right? So you're one of us? Ah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Oh, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent, even though they know they're insignificant. They don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level, and because of that, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Oh, perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations of you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well, using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already. I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me, even now it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Hate? Then explain your hand. Oh, I'm just looking at his hand now. What the heck? Oh, this. The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? And he's laughing. I'm surprised this part isn't voice acted. Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see, so you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. Aw, I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy, because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that I... Wait, huh? Oh wait, that was still Nagito? Do I hate her? That's strange. Huh. Oh, he's doing the same thing that Mikon did at the end of the trial. Huh? 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 I'm not gonna count all those huhs. Ah, look out the window. We're finally here. It's so pretty. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Huh, really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you were boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? I wonder who's talking. That was an interesting conversation. Huh? What is this? Was what? Oh, I'm having a mad sense of deja vu right now. It's a door. There's a door. Ah, a door. Why is the door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Inside? Okay, we know this part. There's a Monokuma on the ceiling. Can I look at the ceiling? Am I allowed to look at the ceiling? Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else, and I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Am I allowed to look around? I want to look around. I need to look at the rafters.
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
This sounds familiar. Like the first broadcast that was made when they got to the island.
Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Gymnasium? I remember how to get to the gym. Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yeah, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that, what is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? There's a Monokuma up here. Oh, he's all broken and stuff. I don't need money anymore. I got 100% at the gotcha machine. What the hey? Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? And I'll go and definitely clear things up. I remember where the gym is. So this is where they have the class. No, wait. This is the dorms. I'm going the wrong way. I know where I'm going. The dorms. That's where they have their class trials. This is the AV room. Why is there graffiti on the AV room? That's the school store. That's the way out. That's blocked. Nurse's office. Second floor. Apparently no entrance. Can't go to the bathroom. Hope you don't have to pee, Hajime. And this is the gym. The gymnasium is here, right? Well, I mean, it says gym. Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. What's going on? Chapter 6, this is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It's a gym. What are you not prepared for? It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too, right? You guys did too?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something. That cannot be possible.
Well,
You're right. Anyway, any way you look at it, it's impossible.
Hello! How does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
Why, you.
You. Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
What a shock! I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy!
Of course not.
There's no way that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is! I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What's left of it?
What?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that?
Stupid fool.
I don't believe it.
But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for.
What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic?
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now.
Someone who? Someone who?
Don't fuck with me.
Enough with this, just spit it out already. Where'd you take us? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
other words.
It means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin.
What do you mean between?
Hey.
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my, are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something. Oh, that's not even Monokuma anymore. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way.
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
Huh?
Then what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So,
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Huh? So it's a solid lime green when it's other characters that are talking. And when it's Hajime that's talking, there's like a slight gradient on the bar, and it's very minimal. I don't know why. I think it's like I think it's a shade of green. It's very much like the blue. Like the blue is not very noticeable either. Noticeable was the word I was looking for. It's not very noticeable, so I can't tell when it's Hajime that's talking. We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
that's right.
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet.
Main cast. Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning you guys are extras until the guest of honor arrives.
damn it.
So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world.
What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip.
And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting has changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. Oh, what is going on? Outside world, main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey.
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy, but that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Why is this happening? Why? He looks so happy. I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. And even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard.
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it.
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, there's nothing... As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means? Akane, we've gone through this twice now. You do not attack Headmaster Monokuma.
Hey.
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma? However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if there are allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So, what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If you're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Prepare yourself.
Like.
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope's Peak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can't if we can just go back to normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, can we go home when this is over? We can finally get off this island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means. Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. We should already know that we'd never he should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey.
So what are we gonna do? We gonna start already? Well, what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird building?
Even so.
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa.
Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything. Does she really ever think about anything except food?
However.
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
All right.
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. I don't think that's the right saying. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're
Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep, deep bow, then left the gymnasium. Miss Sonia! Miss Sonia, please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed, and left the gymnasium. Am I all by myself? I'm all by myself. I should hurry and start to... I should start to... Just a bit more, and it's gonna go... And it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual, peaceful, everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance towards that hope. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I am definitely gonna go home. It's time to investigate. Oh, and the good music's playing. 585 steps. Oh, wait. Flush the poo-poo. Okay, I'm ready. I'm looking for clues, and I'm looking for Monokumas. Hey, look, a Monokuma.
I knew you.
Two down, ready to go. We probably have to look at all, like, the important places, and, why am I on the 5th floor? I was gonna say we should just look at the important places in the school, but apparently I got teleported to the 5th floor. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different and glitchy. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Okay. Oh, I wanted to go into that classroom. Is the dojo open? There's a magazine on the floor. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Is there a Monokuma in here? Doesn't look like it. No. But there's something on the floor. A book? What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. I love the title. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this?
Let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? Well, I was gonna ask what are the first two, but sure. What's the first one? It depends on the person.
So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after oh my gosh, I can't speak today. My brain is warming up still. One moment, please. I said factory again. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent to create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. Just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. I didn't like that story. Huh? The end was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Plus these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, these names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but nah, It'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The reserve department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
The thing that's weird is you, of course.
Huh?
Hey,
How did you forget that you were part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too.
What do you want me to say?
by the way,
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve corps students.
I got it.
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens very often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve corps student.
What the heck? Oh, I'm getting truth bullets. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I can't go to the garden. Yo, Kazuishi, what's up? I want to go in here. Locked, though. Lab? Ooh. This is locked, too. Where else am I supposed to go? Maybe I'm supposed to talk to Kazuichi and Sonia? Because the only other thing that's up here is the garden. And, oh wait. This is the class. Is that the classroom that I... No, I didn't come out of this classroom. Let's go into this classroom. This probably is going to teleport me to another... Oh no, 5A. Oh, is that another manga? This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, huh? Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little bit more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed a variety of talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy's Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began, and that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. That incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa 0. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy.
What irony. For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent, she thinks. He always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. You don't remember. You never know. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student was who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Are there any Monokumas in here? No. Okay. Na-na-na. Well, okay, there's nothing else to look at. Unless something else unlocked because I went in there? No? Oh, the lab's open. What's in here? Another there's a Monokuma under the table. What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Monokuma! Found you!
I've been found.
Yes, sure have. Another manga. This one has like a horror cover. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Oh, I was like, where's the text at? Yo. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising of the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and Wonton? Wonton? Wanton? Is that a word? Wanton destruction became their only goal. I'm not familiar with that word. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough! What is this messed up manga?
I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains.
This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
How many times do I have to tell ya? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for ya. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
Howdy, Dad. How's it going? Now I need to get back to work. Thanks for popping in. Have a good day at work. I hope it treats you well. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. On the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world so we'll want to stay on this island, but there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope, just like now. Perhaps, no, that's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this Ultimate Despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. I feel cold. I'm stuttering. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Old building, 5th floor. Okay, I'm still on the 5th floor. That's good. Whew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? I don't know. Is the sketchy classroom open? Yes. No? What? I want to go in here. Should I go to the garden? No, the garden's closed. Should I go downstairs? Oh, the other classroom's open. Monokuma, can I just go in all the classrooms in order? Oh, I was excited when that Monokuma came up. Nah, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him.
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, that bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be crappy either way,
right.
so I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that guy. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to talk to him. Yo, what's up?
Hiya.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
No, no.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth?
You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots.
I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What do you need to tell me?
It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about the ultimate despair.
Huh?
Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
A high school girl?
Yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima.
Junko Enoshima?
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was only one really horrible person in that group.
Fuck with me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some messed up organization created by a high school girl.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat?
Huh?
And what was their purpose?
What?
Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime's a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her everything is despair.
What the hell?
With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima, like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. Oh, what? She brainwashed them into doing that? And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is possible.
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy?
Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history.
Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department? Don't change the topic until you finish explaining the first one.
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so the 2,357 students of the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide.
What?
What'd you say?
All 2,357 students? Excuse me?
Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded.
One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it!
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima is already dead. Huh? Oh, I got 2 truth bullets. Oh, the reserve department was updated. What? That is a major bombshell. Do I need to talk to you again? Can I leave? No, I don't want to hear about the Ultimate Despair again. Sorry. I don't want to hear about it again. I want to leave. Junko Enoshima is already dead. What does that mean? Why does Fuyuhiko know about that? Oh, I need to talk to Fuyuhiko. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is already dead? What, you didn't know? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. That bloody classroom is locked to me. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the Killing School Life? I keep wanting to go into the bloody classroom, but the game won't let me. Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
like...
Turns out that Killing School Life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
The students of Hope's Peak Academy are wildly known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair as well. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. Why does it keep panning to Monokuma when they say Junko's no more? No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then who's our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we are involved in resemble that Killing School Life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance camera during the Killing School Life? Good question. Where are they broadcasting?
Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh?
What? You have a problem with that?
Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
Well, why didn't you unlock the classroom sooner for me, Monokuma?
What are you gonna do?
Oh well.
Wow. Let's just raise the flag. What? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my
Character route. Oh gosh, no. What is this? A dating sim? I don't want you as my love interest. You're not making sense again.
well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy.
No, thank you. I'm out. Can I go into the bloody classroom now? Or we go to the 4th floor. That's fine. I don't get to go to the bloody classroom. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. What floor am I on? Dun, 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 the 4th floor. I think Chem Lab. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I am. Well, the Chem Lab's closed. Classrooms. Can I go into the data center or the headmaster's room? No, data lab's closed. Bathrooms are closed. Oh, music room. Find the unlocked door. What's that? This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Yeah, it's very weird. Hang on, is there a Monokuma in here? I don't see any. Okay, what's this? Looks like some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Very interesting. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, shoot, no, there's something floating in the air there. What's this? Words are floating in the air. This is a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave to you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, they are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by the ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible, though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Oshima rallying them. In a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking about from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore? Maybe? I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. Don't say that, Hajime. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduate of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. If that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Oshima are making us go through this. Streaming an hour already. I just got my kids to school and sat down to work, but I'm so tired. It's that time change, I'm telling you. I almost overslept this morning. I'm so used to waking up with the sun. I looked at my clock and thought it was lying. You haven't missed very much. Sorry, stretching. We got teleported to Hope's Peak Academy and it's all glitchy and stuff. We're just collecting information on what's going on in the outside world. How are we doing otherwise? Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There is no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. To another room. Whatever's unlocked. What's open right now? This is open. Office. Is there a Monokuma in here? There's another hologram. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
Well,
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. That's what I keep saying. Monokuma! This office is familiar and I don't like it.
Are you serious?
There's plant life everywhere. Oh, hang on. Hologram first. I see something really interesting. There are letters floating in the air like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Oshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko and Oshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Okay. This is interesting. There's something written on the blackboard. I don't want what's written on the blackboard. I want the newspaper article right there. What's written here? List of subjects written on the blackboard in large letters just below them. That's all our names. Hajime, Chiaki, Kazuichi, Nagito, Gundam. Ultimate Imposter doesn't have a name. Teruteru, Nekomaru, Fuyuhiko, Mahiru, Mikan, Ibuki, Akane, Sonia, Pekko, Hiyoko. 16. Our names I've seen before. Wait, what's written are names I've seen before. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard below that. Hiyoko Sayonji is written here. What's in this newspaper? What is this? It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew. looked like a child. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name.
I mean...
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
Man.
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter.
Good morning, Maxie. If she doesn't, if she doesn't have an older sister than a relative, nah, there's still too much of a
What
resemblance.
are you saying?
Hiyoko.
Huh?
Of course not.
What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of stuff for looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell ya. Maybe she had a growth spurt.
What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today...
Well,
I'm
regardless, all the
feeling
clues I've
white.
provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
How are we doing this morning? Are you like messed up by the time change as much as I am? I almost overslept again this morning. What the heck? This is the truth? Whoops, what did I do? Okay. If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in this newspaper is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey, hey.
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
Oh, what's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel. Yeah, let's just throw in time travel. How indeed? Maxie is dead. Oh no. I'm sorry. Caffeine it up. That sly look though. There's some things that look suspicious. Excuse me? What looks suspicious? The photo? The time? An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. It says Izuru Kamakura. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says, we saw that picture in, I want to say Grape House or Strawberry House. I don't know. There was a portrait of an old man that I didn't look at. Hope's Peak Academy's founder, Izuru Kamakura. The founder of Hope's Peak Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Interesting.
Okay, with this, you're totally raising all the flags on this floor.
Great, I love it.
Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage.
What's the next stage? What's the next stage? I'm scared. I'm scared. Third floor? I'm not done examining the fourth floor. Not again. The hallway is different from the last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. Okay, well, the stairs are locked. Ugh. Let's go to the bio lab. Or the physics lab. Is the physics lab open? The physics lab isn't even open. Art room? Rec room? Something. Give me something to work with, Monokuma. The lab, nope, the art gallery is closed. Rec room? Is it strange that I still remember the layout of this school? The Ham Hanks age? I don't know that reference. What's that? If there's a book on the table. Also, what's going on with the billiards table right now? There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. Oh, let's look at this book right here. It's a file with Hope's Peak Academy's seal on it. Confidential! I love confidential information. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously, Monokuma's responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing a ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing True Hope? Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True Hope, huh? No, I don't know the reference. Is there a Monokuma in here? Why is everything floating? How freaky is this? It's like a poltergeist in here. Can I leave? I should look around. Oh, there's a hologram. Maxie, thank you for contributing to another baking stream. This hologram again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. You know, we are trespassing on like the privacy of someone's emails. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them.
A body has been discovered!
Not yet!
Hi, Pepper! Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others, so we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Oh, I said Hank. Pop.
It's like, what?
Hey, how's it going, Pepper? It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
Stop following me!
My Hajime, if you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse.
It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them.
You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
no.
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all.
There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Can I leave? Yeah, I can. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Why am I on the second floor? And why is the second floor upside down? Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so, what is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Oh, great, everything's upside down. Akane is also upside down. The music is also all messed up. Oh, shoot. Okay, there's the pool. Do I have to go to the library? The library looks fine. Is there a Monokuma in here? This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Did he leave himself here? Never mind, the library is not fine. I don't see a Monokuma. This hologram again. It must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. To Future Foundation 14th Division Makoto Naegi. We know a Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring to the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Ooh, this is a juicy email. Juicy email. I think that's everything. I'm still on the 2nd floor. The 2nd floor is still upside down. What's that sound? What's going on? Now I'm in the laundry room on the 1st floor? Excuse me? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly at the laundromat. What the hey? This looks like a tablet computer. It looks like the power's on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. What is it? Top secret. Ooh. Neo World Program? This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the ultimate programmer, the ultimate neurologist, and the ultimate therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. So it's a tool to heal someone's psyche? Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Oh. Is this FDA approved? Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic world program? Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Oh no, this is what Monokuma wants. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that this, there's no way. Something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. I don't want to clear your character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you.
Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me too? Oh dear. Is that everything in here? There's a Monokuma! I think I'm missing one more now. Leave the laundry room? Am I gonna end up in the dormitories? Am I in the dormitories? I'm in a room with no name. I'm in a Monokuma theater? Oh gosh. Okay, I need to brush up on my leet here. Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip?
By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning?
Which one?
From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. Woo-hoo-hoo, you guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it.
Oh, that was difficult to read. This hallway, when we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Why am I going in circles? Oh. I drift. Oh, where am I supposed to go? Ugh. Oh, these words. Oh, not the AV room. I'm assuming I have to go to the dormitories. Hopefully I don't have to go to the gym. What is this? Oh, it's Monokuma. So much hex. Oh, my eyes. I can't. Oof. I need to get off this map.
The moment you discover the truth, the moment you discover the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear.
Oh, that was just a regular Monokuma. There's a classroom here. That's locked. Maybe I have to go into this classroom. Oh, my eyes. That's new. Big object. Is there a Monokuma in here? No. I think did I get all of them? I got 4 or 5. Is this floating? Yes, it's floating and spinning, and it's labeled big object. That's impossible. There's no way something this big could be floating like this. What in the world is this? And the moment I looked at that object... what's going on? What's it doing? Something's linked. It's Chihiro! Welcome! Welcome to the Neo World program. A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk. But what are you? Alter Ego. Artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar rather. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier again. This floating. Like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island site at the cityscape was restored. Ergo, I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this place is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality, all the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction. Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world, removing memories of any time period you set it to. So Monokuma was right, we did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the servers. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage? I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us, but they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable, I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people along with 2 monitors. The 2 monitors is probably Chiaki and Monami. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all, but the observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and despair. What is that virus? I have a feeling I know the answer. I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the new world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control, but even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock and the Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But alter ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her, which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego? If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence, just like her? What the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. That's so irritating. But how did the virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible if it's infected. Oh boy. It's impossible if it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. What am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? The mystery gets more mysterious. But it's true that the virus is powerful and that it's completely overwhelmed by it, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas, so it has a limit too. It has a limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer, such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure, and...
Hey.
Okay, even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death and the death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the... Oh gosh, I can't read most of this sentence. The deflection? Deflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the
Okay, now you're just speaking gibberish. The paradigm change results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and he's multiplying. Accelerates and... What? And crosses with the joint ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites your what? Death. That's it. That's all I have. Hey? Monokuma's broken. I'm broken. Everything's broken. I think the game broke. That's not Alter Ego's silhouette. What the heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Yeah, that's Makoto's silhouette. Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side? I'm currently talking to the world through Alter Ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted, but even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. You were forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there. I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't make any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I am unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys, but this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037. That's the number we found at Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Save you? She wanted to frame you initially, by the way. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst case scenario where an observer who has the role of teacher goes rogue, I've prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. Ooh! It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? How do I do that? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. More than half? How many are left? How many are we left? Hajime, Sonia, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane. We're less than half the classroom, guys. We need 8 people. Moving on. Sorry, what do we need to do? And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. I don't know what that says. Death. Again. Why does that sentence end with death? Maybe you need more than half the number of people still functioning? Maybe? But we're less than half. I need 8 people, and we're definitely less than 8 people.
Say what?
What was that just now?
Oh, did we just go into like another section of the world and Monokuma wasn't made aware?
Hey, Hajime, what's that weirdness just now?
Nothing.
You see.
Anyway.
Oh well, anyway, that's all the hints you're getting. That's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again.
Did Monokuma not notice just what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, what about that guy just now? There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon. A very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all of my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth, but what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear, but still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings, too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? Am I able to open up the report card? Report card. Menu? Menu? Hello? Thank you. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're 5 people, so we would need an additional 3 people if they need more than the amount, like if they need half the amount of participants that came in. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Oh no, that's a lot of poo-poo. Fix it. Fix it, Felix. And get rid of that despair. I think you need 3 people now to use that weapon. So, who are the 3 people, though? That's a good question. I mean, Makoto. Makoto is trying to get in there. Ding dong. Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna have to convince everybody and the additional 3 people, whoever that might be.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam.
Oh my gosh, these lights. No, stop it.
Enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy.
I mean, okay. Oh, I don't need to convince Makoto. Makoto's gonna help me do the convincing. A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I need to just focus on that. It's not the red door all the way over there. Is this red door right here? This conveniently placed red door. He means this red door, right? Do I just have to go in there? If I do that, will this be finished? What the hey? Oh, I need to walk. Is it getting closer? It is. My thought is there's 5 people left, so you only need 3 of those 5 to use the weapon. Oh, yeah, that too. Huh. This place? Well, that'll be easy. Looks like everyone's here.
Right.
Seems that this is going to be the final place. However, this place is... Is this a trial field? But why is it a trial field? Sure looks like a trial field, but the vibe is way different than the one from before. We've been here before, right? Yeah, this should be the place that the door at the ancient ruin leads to.
Hey.
Huh? Seems pretty strange that we've been in that other building up till now.
Damn it.
It's like we're dreaming or something. If this is a dream, then this too is very...
Welcome!
So you finally arrived. Congratulations, you guys are the first ones to ever beat this game. After stopping by Hope's Peak Academy, you've finally come back to this place, to the graduation exam site within the ancient ruins of Jabberwock Island. You can give it a fancy name like graduation exam site, but it's no different than the trial ground from before.
Stupid fool.
This trial field actually inspired the one from before, so in a way, this place is the original.
Hey.
Who cares? The graduation exam means we can finally go home, right?
Of course!
Of course, if that's what you guys decide.
And if we have to decide, what do we have to do?
Now then.
Please take a look at the LCD touch panel built in your seats.
Graduate or repeat? Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna need a definition of repeat. I'm sure we'll get there.
Compared to the other trials, the rules are much simpler this time.
indeed.
There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision. If you don't press either of them, it will be treated as an absence and will not be
In other
counted.
words,
Which means everyone who has died up till now will have their votes treated as absences.
Oh. Oh. This is the majority vote thing. Caliphie, I think I need 3 additional people. Because we're only 5. And 11 of us are going to be considered absences. This is bad. Then the result is based on our majority vote.
If graduate is chosen by a majority vote, from there an event that's kind of... Wait, actually, hang on. Hold up. How do I go back? Hold up. Absences do not count? Absences do not count. Never mind. I retract my statement. From there, an event that's kind of like a graduation ceremony called the graduation program will begin.
Even if we do the stupid majority vote, the result is already pretty damn obvious. Come on, let's move this along. We can press it now, right?
No, you can't do that just yet. I mean, your resolve hasn't firmed yet, right? Your will to be swept away by society's harsh current.
Shut up, who the hell cares? I'm gonna press it.
What's this?
My, which of your orifices are you using to spew bile? To participate in the graduation program, you need my final say as your teacher, you know.
What? Does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote?
That's right.
After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not.
Damn it.
So even if you vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Well,
I'm terribly sorry for being rude
no
earlier.
way.
But you don't have to worry. There's no way I won't acknowledge your graduations. This is merely a formality. I'm just doing it because that's how it has to be.
He's doing it because that's how it has to be? It doesn't mean he can exert his will over everything? He too has a limit. Is this what alter ego was talking about?
Anyway, even if you don't want to do it, you guys still need to do it to solve the mystery. Afterward, you cast your majority vote, and from there we have we move on to the graduation program.
Why do we even have to go through something so dumb?
Well, that is... You said
you were waiting for the main cast, right?
Hmm?
Which means you're just stalling for time then. Who's the main cast?
Oh, no need to worry about it. It has nothing to do with you guys.
There is no way it has nothing to do with us. We are the only ones who are involved, you know.
So
It doesn't matter if you're involved or not. You're just a bunch of chumps in the big picture. That's why it has nothing to do with you. Just perform your roles without complaining.
You pissed me off.
Hold on, what's with that chump comment?
I can't ignore that.
Not that it's important or anything, but make sure you turn off that toy.
I won't forgive
How dare you treat him like a toy?
What's this?
I did treat him like a toy. You got a problem with that? I created everything. You're actually picking a fight with me. I'm basically a god. Just how promising can you guys be? I guess this is just the nature of life. Fine then. Before you die, sear my power into your memories.
What are you doing? Now what are you doing? I guess I'm saving.